it's Linda here and welcome to the Homelea Bliss studio. So in this live video, we are going to look inside all of the Homelea Bliss kits. And we're also going to look at all the 10 colors as well. So it's going to be fun. So how many kits have I got in front of me? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 different kits. But first, welcome. I'm so glad you're joining me. I'm looking forward to doing this. It's going to be lots and lots of fun. And we're doing it because this weekend is Finders Keepers at home. So we can't go and have a normal market, a normal Finders Keepers like we would, which presents some challenges, especially when it comes to yarn and crochet kits, because you can't touch it. Totally get that. And I want you to be, and you can't kind of do the full experience of looking, well, what's in this kit? What can I make? That kind of, I don't know what I'm trying to say. That you can't, look, ask your questions, look right inside everything. So that's what these sessions are for. So say hello to me in the comments. Say hi, tell me whereabouts you are. I love hearing from you. And if you've got any questions at all while we're going through this live, please ask in the comments and I'll answer them as we go. This is exciting. So glad you're here joining me. So I thought we'd start out. I thought we'd start with the smallest kits and then go to the biggest kits, have some kind of structure, which means we are starting with the PomPom Clip Kit. So this is what it looks like. I'll tilt it so you can see it without the glare. And it makes 2 of these. This side's better. No, this side's, no, same. So it makes 2 PomPom Clip Kits. So these are great to clip onto your keys. So they're easy to find, or onto your handbag or backpacks or little zippy pouches. Anything. They're just fun. So much fun. They're fun to make and they're fun to use, and they make me smile every time I see them. So pom-pom that you make with a Homelea Bliss yarn, and there's a clip included in the kit as well. So for this one, I've actually brought 2 of these along because we've got 2 new colors. And I thought I'd show you what they are. So this one is Cumin and Natural with the brass clips. So there you can see the clips there. And then this one is Rhubarb and Mushroom, our 2 most popular colors. And for this one, we've mixed up the clip colors. We've got a rose gold clip and a silver clip. So they're 2 new colors that only just available. They're up on the Homelea Bliss website now. I'm going to put those away because I've got an open kit here that we can dive into. So what you find when you open the kit, what is there? So obviously a set of scissors. So yes, they're beautiful scissors and they really are, but these ones are ideal for trimming pom-poms. They're not too, I've tried so many different scissors for trimming pom-poms, but they're not, the reason why I love these is they're sharp, they're good for cutting the wool. They're not too small, so they fit nicely in the hand. Hold on, just let's check. I've got a Minna. Minna's under the table. It's where she's got her little bed and she's trying to get out. Because I've got a kit on the floor. It's blocking her little access way. Okay, back to the scissors. Scissors, yes, so not too small, which is important. And they've got the nice pointy end that you can use to get in and fluff up the yarn. So Homelea Bliss is made by twisting lots of little bits together in lots of 3. And you can see here, it fluffs up. So it starts out like this, and then it fluffs and opens up. And that's what makes it so perfect for making pom-poms. And then you can trim them and they get nice and full and lovely. Yeah, and if they start once, I've got one on my handbag now. It's been there for a year. And it is just starting to look a little bit tired, so you can actually come along and trim it up again, fluff it up again, and trim it up again, and freshen it up so you can keep it looking good. Oh, so we've only got the scissors. So there's scissors in the kit. There is a pom-pom maker, and there are full videos that show you how to use this thing. If you've never used one of these, don't be don't be scared, because once you know how to use them, they're easy to use. And I've recorded an online class with lots of videos to take you through the process of how to use these and how to make beautiful and full pom-pom clips. What else is in the kit? So the important stuff. So there's yarn and clips. So 2 clips and 2 lots of yarn. And there's enough yarn to do at least 2 of these. Yes, I think that's, so it's Homelea Bliss yarn. Yeah, and the kit, the little clips just sit in the yarn like that, just so they don't go rogue. And then at the bottom of the kit, there is a very important piece of paper. So on one side, it's got just basic written instructions, just short and sharp. If you don't want to log on and view the videos in online class, you've got this and you can actually get started. On the other side, so a pretty little picture, but it's also got the web link, which takes you to the online class, and you can see all the videos. There's written instructions. You actually don't have to read the words, just watch the videos. That's how I've set it up. So you can just watch the videos and make the pom-pom. And then once you've used these up, you can use this with any yarn, any string, and it's actually lots of fun to experiment with different types of yarn and colors and putting different colors together and seeing what happens and what turns out. So hold on, I've got a minnow at my feet again. You gonna come back in, or you want to sit on my lap? You know, hop on my lap. Here you go. She wants to say hello too. So Minna has a pom-pom haircut. She's a Bichon, and they traditionally have the pom-pom head. Hers is a short one, just so she's a bit easier to groom. And now that the weather has, like winter has really arrived, she's decided that she loves sleeping on my lap when we're in the studio. So sometimes she doesn't get on my lap and sometimes she does. So she's snuggled up on my lap at present. Okay, so that's the PomPom Clip Kit. And if you've got any questions while we're going through these, please ask. Pop your questions in the comments and I'll answer those. Okay, so what's next? Which one comes next? So the next kit that we will look at, actually I'm just going to put the PomPom kit away. Okay, so our next kit is the heart kit. Ta-da, here it is. This is what it looks like in real life. So gorgeous recycled Australian made box. And let's dive in. But first, what does this make? So you can see on the back, there's a picture of a crocheted heart. So it actually makes 2 of those. So I've got one here. So it makes 2 of these, and these are great to use for so many different things. I actually love hearing and seeing how people use them. So share yours with me. My favorite way is to put my teapot or my coffee mug, tea mug on it because it's just so pretty. Hang it as a little bit of texture in your home or your office or your craft space or just anywhere nice. They're just pretty. I've actually got one on my wall in the studio over there. Gifts for friends. They come with there is available, there's gift boxes that fit in perfectly, so you can send them to somebody as a beautiful gift. And come Christmas time, these look amazing on the Christmas tree. I thought initially that they would be way too big, but no, definitely not. They look amazing on the Christmas tree. So 2 of those. So each heart kit will make 2 of those. And similar to the PomPom kit, once you've used up your yarn that's in the kit, you can either get some more Homelea Bliss and keep making more that way, but you can experiment with different yarn and string and see what comes out. So use the pattern to make other different bits and pieces. So here's one I opened earlier. So we're going to dive into this one and see what there is. What have we got? Okay, so probably on top, we'll start on top, is the crochet hook. So this crochet hook feels amazing. And that's why I use them. So the brand is Chiagu. They are made by so they're a Chinese family. They actually live in America now, but all the hooks are made in China and mainly made by women. So it supports and gives people the ability to go to work, earn income, and help support their family. So it's certainly not a big factory or anything. Kind of, when I think made in China, I think kind of big industrial factory pumping out lots of smoke. But actually during the peak of the coronavirus in China, these guys were still there, out of the main big areas. They were still producing everything. And kind of their brand ethos and their brand values come through in their products because you can feel it. So it's a really light wood, which is important for big crochet hooks because the wood ones can get really heavy and not feel nice in your hand. So that's important, especially if you're crocheting something big like a blanket. But definitely for small projects as well, it's important because you don't want to put too much stress or strain on your joints or on your body, and you just want the movements to flow. The other thing I really love about these crochet hooks is the double indent, and it's amazing the difference it makes. Like that just fits so beautifully in the hand, and it feels comfortable. It's so amazing. I wish I could pass it through the screen and give it to you to hold, but yep, absolutely beautiful. So that's the 15.75 millimeter and or Q size. So that's the crochet hook. Then we have the yarn, and there's enough yarn in this. So this is a Homelea Bliss mini skein. It's 100 grams to do at least 2. Some people even get 3. So that's what it looks like. And you've got 10 different colors available to choose from in the heart kit. And at present, they're all in stock, which is exciting. So that's the yarn. And then we've got the color sample, the Homelea Bliss color sample. So you've got all of the 10 different colors there. And this is so cute. And on the inside of this little tie is all the yarn information. So you've got all the colors there. Now, bottom of the box, this is really important. There's a few things. On top of the bottom of your box is this card. Pretty picture on the back. But the important thing is that on the bottom, see how it says video tutorials? That's the link to the online class. There is a printed crochet pattern as well. That's the link to the online class. So in the online class, you've got the written instructions, the written crochet pattern. You've also got the video showing you how to make the entire process, how to steam your hearts so they get looking nice and pointy and just really even and finished, and how to assemble the gift boxes that suit these. So keep this, don't throw it out. It's got a pretty picture on it so you can like put it on the fridge or somewhere, put it in your craft room, somewhere where you can keep it, and you can access that again and again and again. You can use different size crochet hooks, different yarn, the same pattern, and make all kinds of pretty things. Pretty hearts, obviously, not things. So this here is the printed crochet pattern, and inside it, there's some information about Homelea Bliss and about me, our business card, which has another pretty picture on it, and then some information about Blanket School, which is our online course and mindful crochet community. So that's in there. Put that to the side. This is the actual pattern. So we've got the UK terminology and the US terminology, crochet stitch terminology, and there's also that link as well to the online class up the top there. And on the back is all the information about what you need, what you'll learn, skill level, that brings me to a very important point. Skill level. So we recommend this kit is for adventurous beginners or up. If you've never crocheted before and you kind of aren't feeling very confident, don't start with this kit. It's done in the round. So we start in the center and then we do around like stitches around like that and then straighten everything out and it looks good. But these stitches are not the simplest crochet stitches. They're a little bit complicated. If you're a crafty person, if you're feeling confident and you've never crocheted before, give it a go. Plenty of beginners have made it. But if you're kind of feeling a bit hesitant, I would start with the Chunky Scarf Crochet Kit, which is the next one we've got coming. So that's the skill level it's suitable for. Now, and of course, if you've crocheted before, you can, you're actually going to love the heart kit because they turn out so beautifully. It's a lovely pattern to make. And you'll find the blocking and the steaming part at the end helpful as well. Okay, so if you do have questions as we're going through this, please ask them. I'll answer them as we go. It doesn't look like there's any there at present. I'm just going to check. I would hate to miss your questions. No, we are looking good at present. Cool. Okay. Right, now we're going to dive into the Chunky Scarf Crochet Kit. And I would say, top of my head, the heart kit is our second most popular kit and the scarf kit is the most popular kit. And I've got a stack of scarves here to show you what the kit will make. But first, what does it look like? Oh, and I've just toppled a pile of scarves onto the floor. Here we go. This is what it looks like in real life. And it's got the picture on the back of each of the different scarves and some words as well. Minna's just decided to put her head on the table. I wonder if I pull this down whether you can see. Oh, there she is. No, she's just popped it under. She's wearing her lovely little jumper because it's chilly here this morning and she had a haircut during the week. So she's sporting a little less hair than normal. So that's what it looks like and we'll dive into the box soon. Like I said before, if you are absolutely brand new to crochet, start with this one. We've actually designed this that if you've never crocheted before, you can crochet a scarf or snod or cowl with this kit. And if you have crocheted before, you're still going to enjoy it. You're going to love the yarn. You're going to love the big hook. And you might even find that you pick up a few tips along the way to make your crocheting better. It's feedback we hear a bit. Okay, but let's dive into what will this kit make. Oh, just picking up the ones that ended up on the floor. So it's going to make at least one scarf. There's 5 different patterns, 5 scarf patterns in the kit. Minna is just moving on my lap. Hey, you want to be in on the video too? 5 different patterns in the kit. Each one has video tutorials. And there's enough yarn to make at least one of them. So if you were absolutely brand new to crocheting, I would recommend starting with either the warm heart scarf or the warm heart cowl. And this will teach you the basic crochet stitches that you can use with any crochet project. So this is the warm heart scarf. It's a simple scarf. If you want to make it longer, you can get an extra skein of yarn and just keep crocheting. But that's kind of the length of it. It is long enough to wrap around twice, like that, like that. So that will go nicely under a jacket. But nicely, that's, you just got it like that. It's not too long. So it's probably down to my waist. So that's the warm heart scarf. So this is the navy color. So that will use pretty much all of the yarn that's in the kit. This is its brother or sister. This is the warm heart cowl, which is the same, it's just joined at the end. And so this one, it's actually 3 different ways to wear this one. So yeah, just above my waist is where that ends. There it is. There we go. And so 3 different ways to wear it. So like this, big woolly necklace, sits nicely like this. So this one will wrap around twice. So definitely keeping cold winter air off my neck. Doesn't work so well with long earrings, but that's okay. I didn't think of that when I put those on this morning. And the third way to wear it is, this is so snug, I folded it in half and one end through the other, just like that. So there's 3 different ways to wear that one. It will go around the neck twice. Just let me adjust myself here. So that's the Warm Heart cowl, and like the Warm Heart scarf, it will basically use the entire skein of yarn that's in the box. Then, probably while we're talking about ones that will wrap around twice, this is the Grounded cowl. This one is in the olive colour. So this uses about 2/3 of the yarn that's in the kit. So that's how it sits. That's its length. So this is kind of big woolly necklace. And that's kind of how I would probably wear that most of the time. It will wrap around twice as well. There we go, did it. Didn't get it quite in my hair clip. So you can do that. And this has an amazing texture. I'm like all chunky. Crochet has a good texture. Just let me fix them. Hold on. Don't get my earrings in it either. Fun and games. Okay, texture. That's one side and that's the other side. So this one is, so the Warm Heart cowl and scarf are made like a long rectangle, and it's done backwards and forwards like that. Whereas this one is actually made as one long spiral like that, around and around and again. And that's what gives it the different texture on the back. So that's fun. That's that one. And like I said, that'll use about 2/3 of the yarn that's in the kit, or 2/3 of a 300 gram skein. I'm going to have to pull my hair out again now for this one. And you might, if you're lucky, get one of these out of it as well, just depending on how you crochet. So this is the spring headscarf and cowl. So it does double duty. So either, okay, the front isn't the best thing. Wear it as a headscarf like that, so it keeps my ears warm. I can still have my hair up if I want to. Otherwise, I just wear it like that. Or otherwise, there we go, pull it gently down like that. It's a teeny tiny, it's not teeny tiny, but it's a small cowl or snood, and it's just got warmth where I need it. So back of my neck, front of my neck here, I'll wear that with my big jacket and zip it up. And we'll call it, like if I'm going for a walk and I'm thinking I might want something on my ears or maybe on my neck and I'm not quite sure, I'll probably take this one. Now I'm going to have to get it off. Yay, I did it. Cool. Okay. So that uses about 1/3 of a skein, and you may get that plus either the Grounded cowl and the Melbourne snood, which is what I'm going to show you next. So the Melbourne snood is what I wear all the time. It's my number one that I wear, and this is how I wear it. I put it on like that. I turn that to the side, and I turn just on this bottom side, just turn that down, kind of like you would a collar, just on one side, and that makes this sit nice and flat here. So that's its length. This week I've been wearing a lot under my big jacket. So big jacket, zip this up. This kind of, it's warm at the back of my neck. It's warm around there, especially when it zips up. But if I haven't got my big jacket on, it looks amazing with dresses. It looks amazing with tops if you're wearing a skirt or pants. And it's so versatile, like you can dress it up or down. I love it. It's my favorite. And the videos for this are really detailed, and you can make it if you've never crocheted before. So that's the Melbourne Snood. So this will also use about 2/3 of the yarn that's in the kit. So you might get this plus the spring headscarf. Okay. So that's the 5 different designs that are available in the Chunky Scarf Crochet Kit. Okay. Minna is half backing herself off my lap. She's not going to fall off because I've got my jumper tucked under her back, but it just looks funny. So now let's dive into this. What have we got in the box? Here's what I opened earlier. So, of course, on top, we have the yarn. So this is a 300-gram skein of Homelea Bliss. And actually, I've told you about how it's made, and then it fluffs up for the pom-poms. But this is Australian merino wool. It's all grown and processed in Australia, so it doesn't go offshore at all. Locally manufactured, Australian merino wool. And like I was telling you about how this is twisted in lots of 3, which makes it really great for pom-poms because it fluffs out. It actually, the fact that it's twisted in lots of 3 means it's something that you can, it's a merino wool that still feels soft, but you can actually use it. It's not going to leave fluff all over you or your house. Like I've just been putting those scarves on and off me and there's no fluff on me. And that's because of the twist. So what happens with wool, it's got all these little woolly fibers and they kind of like to do their own thing. But when they're twisted, they're all held in so they can't go and do their own thing. And so you'll see some yarns that have twist, but they don't have a lot of twist, and that they will tend to fluff. And even when you're crocheting, you'll end up with fluff everywhere. The twist also makes the yarn strong. So you'll see some yarns that have no twist or hardly any twist, like a single twist or a roving type yarn. You can pull it apart quite easily, and it may even pull apart while you're crocheting it, which isn't much fun. So that's what makes this yarn great. So the twist and the softness. So it's a really uniquely made yarn, and it's a really high quality yarn, and it still feels soft. So I've got scarves that I've had for years that I wear each winter. They still look good. I give them a tidy up so they don't fluff. They will peel slightly. There is still a natural fiber. But I just kind of get the de-pillar, run that over it and tidies it up, and it looks good again. So great for scarves, great for blankets, great for anything that you're using. Like you make a blanket, you're going to use it again and again and again, and it can sit on your lounge and your dogs can lie on it and your kids can use it and the cats can play with it and it still looks good, which is great. And even if you've ever knitted or crocheted before and you've pulled your project out to redo it or to make it into something else, you may have found that the yarn will kind of snag and get caught up and start looking yucky. Not with this. You can pull it apart, make it into something else, do that again and again and again, which I do when I'm designing, and it still looks good. So there you go, very versatile, still soft, still beautiful, feels nice against the skin. Yeah, so that's all about Homelea Bliss. So what else have we got in the box? Obviously there's a crochet hook. So this is a 25mm crochet hook. It's a lot larger than the one in the heart kit. So it's 25mm for you. It's also by Chiago. It's exactly the same wood. It's got the double indent that I love. This feels so nice in the hand, and it just flows when it crochets. So that will make all of the patterns that are in the kit And it also does the warm heart blanket as well. There are 2 stitch markers. These are for putting on that first and last stitch of the row of your scarf so you know where that is, so you get a nice even edge. Very important. And in the Toasty Heart beanie tutorial we did last night, which is also available on Facebook and Instagram, I talked about when I use stitch markers and why I use them and how I used to think I didn't need them until I came unstuck. There's also this really gorgeous made with love tag that you can sew onto your finished scarf. There's also the Homelea Bliss colors, so you've got the 10 colors. And then there's this, a little envelope that says your crochet patterns. I'm just going to open this one up so I can show you. So like I said, there's 5 crochet patterns and each one comes with videos. So there's 5 different little pattern flyers here, pamphlets. And so one for each of the patterns, photo, information on the back, what you'll need, what you'll learn. And inside, just the traditional crochet pattern in UK and US terminology. And then up the top is the web link to that. So that's for the 5 patterns. And I've just realized this kit is actually missing one thing. It's actually one I put together quickly. And I left out the card. So obviously it doesn't have a picture of a heart on it. There's a picture of a scarf on it as well. It's got one of these with the web link in it to all the online classes. There you go. There's that. Okay, I'm going to put this back together. So that's the scarf kit. Remember, if you've got questions, please ask them and I'll answer them as we go through. So, like I said before, scarf kit, if you're absolutely new to crochet, if you've never crocheted before, scarf kit is definitely the one to go with. If you have crocheted before, that's okay. You can still, you'll still enjoy it. You'll love making the different patterns, and you'll learn some new skills as well. So there we go. So on to the next one. So this isn't actually a kit, this is a bundle, but I thought I would include it because it's only available this weekend. So this is the Toasty Heart beanie bundle, and we did a tutorial for this last night, and this is what we made. And this one is actually going to be for me. So gorgeous big beanie, the gorgeous big pom-pom on top, which I need to finish trimming. It's just a little bit untidy. So I made the medium size, and that's what it looks like. I can also wear the large size, and what I do with that is I turn the brim up. So these are super, super stretchy. You can see super stretch, which means there's plenty of play with the sizes because you can turn the brim up and then this becomes smaller. So there are 3 sizes for these, and that covers, so small, medium and large. And that covers everyone from teeny tiny babies up to large adults, because plenty of adjustments. There are kids that wear the large one with the brim turned up like that. So nice and stretchy, nice and adjustable. So it comes in a box. You'll get a love box like this when it turns up in the mail. When you open the box, this is what's inside. Let me show you. We have some yarn. So there's the yarn that you need. The 300 gram skein will make the body of the pom-pom, and the 100 gram mini skein will make the top. And I meant to add earlier that you can always buy more of these. If you want to make one for a friend as well, or a child, or someone else, you can just buy more yarn. You don't have to buy a whole new kit, you just buy more yarn. So you've got the yarn, the crochet hook. This one is the same crochet hook that's in the scarf kit. It's a 25mm or U. If you've already got the crochet hook, use the code NOHOOK, so NOHOOK at checkout when you're at homeleabliss.com, and that'll take the hook out because you don't need 2 of them. You're welcome to have 2 of them, but you don't need 2 of them. There's the yarn colors. So you've got all those as well. It also comes with this massive big pom-pom maker to make the big pom-pom on top. And same as the pom-pom kit, don't be worried if you've never used one before, because there are detailed video tutorials that show you how to use it. And there's a card that has the link to that on it. And then there's stitch markers. I use stitch markers every time I make a toasty heart beanie because I find it really hard to count the rows. So I say I'm doing the medium has 22 rows. I count out 22 stitch markers and just put one in at the start of each row. This is in the video, so you don't have to remember it. And then I know I've done the right number of rows. So I use stitch markers anytime I want to make my crocheting easier. So that's the Toasty Heart Beanie bundle. It is only available this weekend. It will be disappearing after Sunday. So if you do want one, grab one. I think that's all for that. When to make the Toasty Heart Beanie. I don't recommend it for beginners. You could make it if you were feeling very adventurous for crochet beginners. But I would recommend do the scarf kit first if you've never crocheted before, and then do the Toasty Heart Beanie. Then you've got a scarf and a beanie. Now we move on to the biggest, the biggest kit in the Homelea Bliss family. And I've just got to get this while juggling a minute on my lap. You're going to move across for me, little one, so I don't lose you. She's so snuggly and warm on my lap. And I think she's very much asleep as well. Let me try and get this kit. Oh, it's much bigger than the others. It's actually not that heavy. It's just awkward with a dog on my lap. She feels so nice. She's so cuddly. Oh, darling. And she's not normally a cuddly dog. She's normally happy to sit at my feet. So this is a box. When you order a warm heart kit, this is how it arrives. And when we take off the lid, this is what we find inside. This is exciting. So this makes the warm heart blanket. There is so much good stuff in here. So I'm just going to point this out. I'm not going to pull all the yarn out. There's 6 skeins. So that is more than enough yarn for you to make a warm heart blanket. You'll find there is some extras left over, so you can make it a bit bigger if you haven't used it all. There's also the 25mm crochet hook. So if you've already got the scarf kit or the beanie bundle, just use the code NOHOOK and it'll take the hook out. It's got a printed pattern. Actually, I'm going to pull the yarn out so I can show you the printed pattern. So this one doesn't come with videos. If you do want videos to help you make your warm heart blanket, they're available in Blanket School, so come and join us in Blanket School. But it has this amazing pattern book. It's not a booklet. This is a book with lots of photos, lots of written instructions. So if you're feeling confident, if you've made something before, crocheted something before, or made the scarf kit, you might actually find you don't need the videos. Totally up to you. We see people do it both ways. The other thing that's in this kit that isn't in any of the other kits is this. And what is this? Oh, it's also got the stitch markers. And there's also scissors in here. And the tag, the Made with Love tag that was in the scarf kit. But this is the joining kit. This is going to mean that you can join all these 6 skeins together seamlessly. So we felt them together, and there's instructions in there. You've actually got the kit in the bag actually has a card which takes you to videos to show how to actually do the joining, which means that the problem with chunky yarns is if you join it like you would normal knitting or crochet with normal size yarn, it gets big and ugly and bulky, and you can see it. With the chunky yarn joining kit, it basically joins one piece of yarn to the other piece of yarn. I've got one here to show you. I've chopped the end off. Oh no, there's another one here. There's a bit here to show you. So that's how it comes out. Just like that. And so it's just like one long piece of yarn. I've done it in 2 different colors to show how to join, but that's how that turns out. So there you go. That's in the box as well. So this, you could do it if you've never crocheted before, probably with Blanket School. So you've got the videos to show what to do. But otherwise, make it after doing the scarf kit. I'd probably go, I suppose the way we've designed the kits to be done is you start with the scarf kit, then do the heart kit, or the beanie kit, or the blanket kit. That's kind of the way we've worked it. And the PomPom kit, whenever you like, because it's fun. I'm just going to put that one on the ground. And now, just before we go, remember, if you've got questions, to put them in the comments. We're going to look at the 10 different colors. So Homelea Bliss is available in 10 gorgeous colors. And let's start on this side of my wall of yarn. This is olive. So it's a green. It's a very beautiful green. It reminds me of trees. So that's olive. This is mushroom. So it's a soft grayish purple. It's probably our second most popular color, the mushroom. And these guys are actually all in stock at present because they're on the shelf. This is rhubarb. Rhubarb is definitely our most popular color. It's a pinky, reddy, grey kind of color. And it's so popular. It is in stock at present. It sells out all the time. We can kind of not make enough to kind of keep up with demand, but I think we might be actually starting to work it out. But this sells out all the time. So if you've been wanting it, grab it now because it's in stock. Then cumin. Cumin is my color crush at present. Once winter arrived, I was like, I've got a cumin blanket over there. Can see it. It's like, I just want all the cumin. I just want to cuddle it in all the cumin. It's just so warm. I think of it as like a mustard, a grown up mustard, or a mustard with soul, because it's kind of got a depth to it, kind of a quiet power, a quiet depth kind of thing. I love this color. I'm wearing a Melbourne snood in this color at present. It looks really good with my navy jacket. This is oatmeal. So where's something in natural? So natural in the 300 gram skeins is out of stock at present. It is available in the 100 gram skein. So this is natural. This is undyed wool color. And then this is oatmeal beside it. So oatmeal is a little bit blushish. So it's a neutral, but it's got a little bit of warmth to it. Next one, steel blue, which is very similar to the color of my frisky dress. When I put it on this morning, I was like, oh, that's steel blue. So this is it. It's a mid blue. It's kind of got grayish tones. So beautiful. Next, the donkey. This is our dark neutral, and it's grayish brown, and it's kind of warm and cool at the same time. Can go either way with terms of browns and blacks and greys. So that's donkey. Now, what color haven't I shown you? Grey. Grey is out of stock at present in the 300 gram skeins. It is made up in a Melbourne snood, but I can show you. This is grey. It is available in the 100 gram skeins at present, and all the kits are in stock in all the colors. It's our grey. It's a cool grey and a light neutral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, hold on. I've wrecked my screen. There we go. There's one color I haven't shown you. Navy. Here we go. Here's navy. So it's a real classic navy. So I use this instead of black. I'm not a huge fan of black, but navy is navy. It's a dark blue. So There you go. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've loved looking inside all of the Homelea Bliss kits. And if you've got any questions at all, feel free to get in contact with me. Ask me, message me, or comment on Facebook or Instagram. Send me an email, linda@homeleabliss.com, or use our web chat. So on the Homelea Bliss website, at the bottom, there's a little bottom right, there's a little peachish button. Type in there, that goes straight to my phone. So if I'm able to, I'll definitely respond as soon as possible. So yes, that's all the kits. If you're wanting any of those this weekend, there's 15% off and free shipping as part of Finders Keepers at Home with the code FKAH. That's actually at the top of the website as well. So you don't need to remember that one either. Just